Yesterday, I had one of those moments when I went deep into my humanity. As in, I got so frustrated with myself, with the universe, with just everything that where one of my manifestations I deeply care about was not here yet. And I went into this, who the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm sick and tired of this. I'm doing everything right. Yes, I had a moment. And I know that you can probably in some way relate to this. Maybe it's not yesterday, maybe it's completely another time where you feel like something you deeply care about and you are committed to it is not happening as fast as you want, or it's not happening at all. And that's what we're going to talk to you today about. If you're here for the first time, do know that normally I feel such a sense of just knowing, and with that I manifested what to me at some point were miracles. I manifested what was impossible to me, to my human mind, going from really living on a verge of poverty to living in overflowing abundance, changing my body so drastically where I was really not in a great shape and health to just being in a best shape and health and vitality and energy of my life. Relationship, business, going from really overlooked coach to serving clients from 184 countries and becoming, if you like, spiritual millionaire. So I know a thing or two about manifesting impossible and creating extraordinary growth beyond the logic. But when you are a high flyer like that, quote unquote, that you just got it all worked out. You'll never have a sad moment in your life or a moment of frustration. And I can tell you, it's BS. Well, while most of the time I feel light, I feel I'm in being, I feel in energy of service, I feel in love. I have moments sometimes like I had yesterday, and it's important to know what to do with them and take ourselves through it gracefully, because I also do know that moments like yesterday could set me back for months and months and months, and that's not what we want to do. Yes, so I'm just going to share today with my heart open what comes through. I don't even have notes today, but at the end I will read for you what came through me yesterday in writing as if you like, the words from the infinite. Because I found that just so deeply loving. So I will share that with you too at the end of what I'm about to share. Look, when we feel like that I'm taking care of my energy, I'm doing, taking aligned action, blah, 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 and still things are not shifting, well, guarantee you're working with something that you deeply care about. Yes, otherwise you would not feel like this. You wouldn't give damn, so to speak. So for sake of today, let's use a couple of examples what that might be. Maybe you're working towards that next level of financial months as a service provider or a spiritual entrepreneur or as a coach. Let's say you're working towards 20K or 50K months, and you it's just not your normal yet. Or you just, you wrote your book and you're really trying to put it out in the world. You want it to be a best-selling book because the message of that book is the gift for the world, and it's not happening. Maybe you're still stuck at the old level of income and client attraction. Maybe no matter what you do with a book, it's just not shifting, it's just not gaining momentum that you wish. So when you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm trying so hard and it's still not happening, well, give yourself a credit where credit is due from the human perspective. And that's actually what I did yesterday for myself, is that, you know what, you feel like this because A, you deeply care about this. You're committed to this. If you didn't, you wouldn't even feel like this. And B, it's actually an evidence that that which seemingly is not happening yet is meant to. It's meant for you. It's like inevitable. It's meant for you, even though it's going to be maybe in a little different time and way that what your human gets frustrated about. It's meant for you. Because when you deeply desire something, and I've said this again and again and again, but you know what? Sometimes in times like this, you gotta remind yourself that if I desire something and it's even seemingly not showing up, that desire is really all the proof you need. All the proof you need that it's meant for you and it will be here when energy is ripe. You wouldn't be able to long for it. You wouldn't be able to desire it. You wouldn't be able to be frustrating with I'm doing everything I'm meant to and it's still not here yet. You wouldn't be able to be in that energy if that reality of yours, that desire of yours was not meant for you. And then recognize what's happening there. This is what I had to really acknowledge yesterday when this was happening, that hold on. I went from what I called being to doing, to gripping, efforting. There is so huge difference between these two states of being. And I understand why I went there. And here is perhaps one more thing you'll remind yourself before moving yourself from doing to being. You remind yourself what took you from being to doing is because along the way, we set some conscious expectation how things should unfold. Human brain cannot not do that. Human brain, the moment you accept any form of desire or intention, goal, call it what you like, and you say, okay, let's turn this into inevitable. Okay, let's manifest this, so to speak. Okay, I acknowledge it's happening here and now, and the reality is going to unfold, so I'll move with this. I'll be this. I'll take the aligned action. I'll take the right choices, the aligned choices from this identity. Sure. But the moment you do that, you can't switch your human off. You can't tell your human brain, get out. It's part of the equation. So your human brain will calculate, okay, it will go into what it does best, linearity, logic. Okay, to make that, we've got to make X, Y, Z. Okay, approach 20 publishers and do this campaign with your book, or I don't know, do this sales campaign, or do this discount, or you calculate, you predict what you're gonna do, your human brain does, to make your intention happen. Even you might know already that the action doesn't create results, still that predictability is gonna be there. Oh, it will happen next month and it will happen in this way. Your human brain cannot not create a conscious expectations. So you've got to be aware of that fine, my human has got conscious expectations how and in what way things should happen, but I'm going to let my human do what the human does best. I know I set, or maybe will set again and again, those expectations, but you know what? Part of me knows fine, expectations be there at the back seat, but I let this reality unfold as it's meant to be in a divine way. Just as when woman gets pregnant, she conceives. So feminine and masculine energies come together and she's pregnant. The woman is going to let the nature, the energy build up. The nature do what the energy does best, but she's not going to push it. And oftentimes what we do with our intentions, with our desires, because of course it's important to us, we want it. We say that it should happen in the next 3 months, where actually the right way for the energy to build up, to adjust, is 9 months. Yes, for the baby to come is actually 9 months. So as a woman that gets pregnant, we don't go, okay, the baby's got to be ready in the next 3 months. It just got to be ready. No, we don't do that, because we already know the baby is, roughly speaking, 9 months. We've got that advantage. But with your best-selling book, with your taking your business to those 20 or 50K months or whatever it might be, you don't know what is that gestation period. You don't know what it takes for a neural system to adjust fully. You gotta let nature do what the nature does. You gotta be part of it, of course, move with it. But you don't know what the gestation period is. So your brain will make it up. Should happen in the next 3 months or so. So I know I had to remind myself that I did that. That, okay, part of why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, frustrated with myself, is because I set, as as human brain does, expectation when and how it should happen. That's what's tripping me up. That's what got me into doing and efforting, gripping, watching. Where is it? Where is it yet? Why is it not here? And that's how I felt like, what the fuck? Why is it not here when I'm quote unquote doing all the right things? So yes, I did go, even though momentarily or for maybe hours prior to that, I went from being, and I'll describe the difference so you can self-correct, maybe it's not the right word, but lead yourself back into being. So I went into the being, which means being is, it's like just like that pregnant woman. You know the baby is inevitable. That's how nature works. You're looking forward to your baby. You kind of know it's already here. It's already in you. You let the physical reality to adjust. You let your nervous system, your body to fully adjust. So you're looking forward to the baby, but you move forward. You don't doubt. And that's being in a joy. You're joyful because baby is coming. And or let's say when I decided that I'm no longer going to tolerate not having the body that I love, that, you know, I'm not treating it well. I decided I'm going to get into the best shape of my life. I stepped into that reality. Done. It's now, it's here and now energetically it is. But I knew, part of me, this is the dual perception. Part of you know it's here and now, that reality is here and now. You're stepping into the new identity. I can rejoice. Because from now on, I'm treating my body as I love my body. And I know I'm getting into the best shape of my life, as in I choose that. I choose that being me. But for that best shape of my life, it actually took long months for that best shape of my life to become, to appear, to reveal itself. Because in the meantime, again, my neural system and my mind was adjusting. I started moving my body. I had to go through discomfort of talking to my program old mind sometimes. Today I don't feel like moving. Okay, you don't feel like moving, my old self, but my body loves movement and I give my body what it desires, etc., etc. My nervous system was adjusting. I was adapting decisions, choices, behaviors from new identity, from the identity of I love my body. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm more vital than ever before. So in one way, that's the dual perception. You're there, yeah? You're there energetically. You're there in the new identity. But the reality is adjusting. The body is adjusting. The nervous system is adjusting. Still, in a way, sometimes conscious process. So being is just that. I am the woman with the best body in my lifetime. I am 20K a month, 50K a month, spiritual entrepreneur, change maker. It's here, I can feel it. It's nobody can take it away from it's here, I am that. Here and I am. And that's the identity I am, that's the energetic reality I am that. And I let my body, my mind, my nervous system to catch up. Yes? So that's the dual perception, essentially physical reality. Let's catch up. So that if tomorrow I still don't see that muscle, even though I exercise 2 times or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times or 10 times, I'm not going to do what I did yesterday to myself. What am I doing wrong? Why is it not still here? So I take myself back to being. Does it make sense? That's what being is enjoying it, is enjoying the dual perception. I am that. I am the diamond. I am this. I am. Thank you. I accepted my desire. That's who I am. And on the other hand, how exciting it is that my body is adjusting. I may not see it yet at all. Who cares? Because it must. It freaking must. That's a law. So you loosen the grip. Because the fact is, when we're trying to control it, even the energetic word, when we're trying to control it and gripping, and what am I doing wrong? I'm going to do something different. We are in doing, efforting, rather than being. And in those times, please don't do what we've been told. I just need to hold the energy. Because that's actually is also gripping and efforting. I just need to hold it. Just hold the faith. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Hold the energy. Nah. Yesterday, what I did for just few minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes, shake it off, all that, or cry out if you need to. I just a tiny little cry, not really, but like frustration. And then I went and, just shake it off or go on trampoline, do whatever, you know, all that energy, let it go, let it express through you. That's how you fully alchemize it. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to go to fake positivity right away. Get angry. If you need to shout, shout. If you need to cry, cry. And shake it off. Literally, you let it go from your cellular structure. Create that space again. And then it's almost like you can turn around and decide, okay, I know who I am. I know who I am. I had deeply human moment, and that's okay. So what? That's what we're here for, to have that human experience. So we love our human, yes, and I know who I am. I'll reclaim that identity of mine and rejoice that how amazing it is to actually be here in the new identity and operate from that space. Because ultimately, I tell you what, and think about this for a moment. Even if, and it's never gonna happen, but even if that manifestation of yours that you so desire was never gonna happen, which is not going to be that way, but even if, guess what? You would still not freaking change the journey, the beingness from that identity. Because that beingness gives you so many gifts that itself, that those moments, the beingness every day, it's the journey is gift itself. Think about that for a moment. Don't take it as a freaking suggestion that's never gonna happen, because that's not how universe works. But I want you to sink into the value and beauty of the journey. And again, that was my last type of thing, as I took myself through this process. So I felt at peace again. I would never change anything, because I love living from this. I love being a diamond, so to speak, and freaking amazing, and shine and serve and love. I love it. I would not change it for anything else. So finally, I'm going to read for you what came from yesterday. So if you like, through the eyes or words of divine, if you ever feel like this is what that energy will tell you, the source. You're searching, but you have already arrived. You're asking, but you already know. You're seeking alignment, but you have never been out of it. The energy you call frustration, it is only the tension between what you already are and what you are still trying to become. But there is no becoming in the eyes of infinite. There is only being. You already whole, you already expanded, you already the full manifestation of your highest self. If you could see yourself through my eyes for just one moment, you would never doubt again. You would never measure again. You would never fear time, results, or outcomes, because you would know beyond all question that it is already done. I'm sending so much love your way for now. And remember, there is absolutely freaking nothing you cannot be, do, or have if you authentically desire it. So give yourself to it. So much love. See you next time. Bye.